What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique. I'm a fight guy, a Forbes contributor, and I also write for Heavy.com. And we are powered by Fight TV and presented by Bet Online, going over every single fight on the UFC Fight Night, Jessica Eye versus Cynthia Calvillo card. In the event that you are just watching this particular fight prediction, make sure you look at the end of the video. There will be a link for you to look at every single fight or every single video associated with this card. So without further ado, let's jump right into the breakdown. The main event, Jessica Evil Eye, the #1 contender in the UFC women's flyweight division. She rebounded from her devastating head kick KO loss to Valentina Shevchenko with a victory in her last fight. She's taken on number 10 Cynthia Calvillo, who is trying to rise in the ranks. Both of these women fight with an absolute chip on their shoulder. Jessica Eye is one of those fighters who never feels as though she gets the credit that she deserves. And I'll give her credit. She is extremely resilient. She had a really tough upbringing. She has endured like a 4-fight losing streak with the UFC. All of them were decision losses that you may have been able to make the argument that could have gone another way, except for the Miesha Tate loss. She got dropped in that fight. But a lot of the other fights, she was in them, at least. And she lost a split decision to Bethe Correia. But then after that, reels off 3 straight victories. Then, of course, runs into Valentina Shevchenko, which is like running into a tank. And the same thing happened when you run into a tank. She got knocked out, and she came back in the next fight against Viviane Araújo and won the fight by unanimous decision. Got back to what she does best. She mixes in a little bit of the takedowns with some striking. She's not a fantastic striker. She's a better grappler than that. And she's the type of fighter that fights for position more so than finish. Even if you look at her career, in 15 wins, she has 4 wins by finish. She hasn't finished anybody since 2014 when a fight against Leslie Smith was stopped because of a doctor stopped the fight. So that wasn't even a hit you good, knock you down, or submission type of a finish. It was, the doctor steps in and makes a decision. The last definitive finish she ever had was in Bellator against Zola Frosto, which when she choked Zola Frosto out back in 2012. So Jessica is absolutely not a finisher. Cynthia Calvillo, on the other hand, is not either. She, two KO victories, 3 submissions in 8 victories. She did get a rear naked choke submission win over Poliana Botelho in 2018. And she got another one in 2017. But for the most part, she wins her fights with a cleaner, more effective striking, the timely takedown here or there. As main events go, this one is probably not going to have people on the edge of their seats jumping up and down. It's just not. Neither fighter brings this. You're not going to be waiting on the finish here. And a lot of times the threat of the big punch or the threat of the submission is what gets you really on the edge of your seat. I definitely think these girls will get in there and they'll scrap because neither of them are afraid to mix it up. But I don't know that we're going to see that type of definitive end. This one, in my opinion, almost certainly goes to the judges' scorecards. If it doesn't, it'll be some sort of submission stoppage for Calvillo. But I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that Jessica Eye has been around so long. She's been in with so many good fighters that I feel like she finds a way and understands how to win this fight, understands how to win rounds. God knows she's lost enough rounds and lost enough close fights. And I think her experience level here against Calvillo, not to mention a bit of a size advantage as well. We can't underestimate that. I think she'll be the much bigger girl in the octagon, and I think she'll work this out and get a unanimous decision victory based off of takedowns, top control. I don't expect her to stand on the feet too long with Calvillo. Calvillo's a little bit better boxer than her. But I think Jessica ultimately gets this fight to the ground. She's a slight favorite right now, -116. Calvillo's at -104, so the odds are super close. It seems difficult for the odds makers to decide who they think are going to get the victory. I'm going to lean with Jessica Eye by unanimous decision. So I hope that you enjoyed this show. It was a long one and as well as a late one, but that's what we got for you today. As usual, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe. God bless and peace.